Shalom, shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom. Before we get started, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekah Kadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the brothers, the men at Great Millstone that rule well, that taught me this truth. To the hopeful elect out there scattered abroad, unlike it to a speckled bird. Tabernacle of King David, 144,000 mighty men. Peace, blessings, salutations. And to the remnant, men, women, children, shalom, right? So this your brother Shapab, man. We out here again, prophesize the downfall of this place. You know what I mean? To point out the signs and the prophecies according to the scripture that lets you know that this place is going down. You know, one of the things that that's a clear indicator is the conflict that's going on over there overseas in Russia. You got Russia, Ukraine. You got Russia versus Ukraine with NATO and America helping Ukraine. You got North Korea, South Korea, with the United States trying to team up with South Korea against North Korea. And you also got what's the other? You also got China versus Taiwan, with United States trying to get against Taiwan. Meanwhile, they protesting in France right now to have for France to come away from NATO. They protesting right now for France to leave NATO. They want France to leave NATO. Light, let's get ready. So all these things we looking for, man, and we see, you know what I'm saying, that lead to the fact of that the Bible prophecy, the prophecies of the Bible is playing out, and it's leading to the downfall of this kingdom, man. But we gotta wake up, man. We gotta remember ourselves, man. Let's start off with that one. Let's start off with that one. I think it's Baruch. Because I was thinking about it, just like now, you figure, just like now, you got the men of the Lord out here telling you that you're not a Texan, you're not an American, you're not a native New Yorker, you're an Israelite. And so we're out here on the highways and byways, just like the prophets of old was out on the highways going to the Israelite foreigners. The Hellenistic Israelites, the Israelites that thought they were Greeks or following after the Greek customs. This is the same thing like then, it's the same thing like now. Yeah, Baruch chapter 2 verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name. Yeah. So you got to know the names, and in the land of their captivity, we will think upon the names. Why? Because we lost our way. We lost our heritage. Let's get this one, Jeremiah 17:4. Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. Yeah. See, so we discontinue from our heritage, man. We don't know who we are, man. Then the men of the Lord been out here saying it for countless of years, especially when you look at Elder Apostle Tahar and the men on down at GMS and other camps, they've been out here saying it for years that we're Israelites. Kanye come out and say it, and it's big news. It's big news. And then you got more, the funny shit, you got more our people online upset, talk about anti-Semitism, than you got actual the Jewish, the fakers over there saying. Especially the women. Y'all black racists and all this stupid. Our people stupid. Let's get byword. A byword and a proverb. Let's get that. The curses. It's the curses. The curses of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all the nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Yeah, we're not Israelites. We're black. We're African American. We're a thug. We're a diva. We all of these things, but we not the true people of the Lord. The 12 tribes of Israel, the people that the Lord chose over all nations above the earth, man. We're not those things. And you try to tell our people that they're Israelites, they want to argue with you. And I'm here to tell you, man, Jake having a hard time too, but Issachar's a mess too, man. Here in North Carolina, Issachar's a mess, man. Issachar here in North Carolina act just like they came here, and it's like they equal with the white man, and they look at you just like a so-called white man here in North Carolina. It's amazing. That's amazing. Jeremiah chapter 24 verse 9. And I will deliver them to be removed unto all kingdoms of the earth for their hurt, to be a reproach and a proverb, a taunt and a curse in all places whether I shall drive them. See? So we here in America, and we loving it and enjoying it, and we here because of curse, because we went off. We don't supposed to be enjoying ourselves here in America, man. But that's what my people are doing, man. 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 7. Then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I gave them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight. And Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. So that lets you know that them people over there claiming to be us in Israel is not us, man. They know who they are. You can't even say nothing about them. You can't even say nothing about them. And for the record, Kanye is controlled by them. Kanye is controlled by them. He's a puppet playing out a script that they gave him. His handlers told him what he need to do and what he need to say. So that nigga wicked too. The Book of Yeezy, I did a lesson on him. The Book of Yeezy, he's a demon too. But for the record, but he still had some truth in what he said. He had some truth in it. He ain't got the full truth, because if he had the full truth, he'd be out there on the highways and byways with a 12 tribes sign, calling on the true names. Not talking about we the 12 tribes of Judah. 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 7. Then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I given them, and my house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight. And Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And at this house which is high, everyone that passeth by it shall be astonished and hiss, and they shall say, why hath the Lord done this unto this land and unto this house? Yeah. Even our people ask that question. Well, why was we able to go into slavery? Why was this? Why was that? Look at Issachar. They came here, they took California and Texas, And a lot of this land was the Issacharites was in charge, was living in. So the United States came here, kicked them out, took over, set up their white supremacy little nation here. And so now Issachar breaking their neck, got to come back in illegally and this and this and that, come over here, and in the census, they say that they could claim white now, and Issachar happy with that, sucking it up. My people's lost, destroyed for lack of knowledge. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Destroyed for lack of knowledge. Let's get it, let's get gold. Psalms chapter 44, verse 13. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. The Lord did this to us, man. And that's where we at, man. We can't even proclaim. Matter of fact, let's get this one. Let's get this one. Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Let's start at 9. Then said Power, call his name Lo-Ammi, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. That go back to us being a byword and a proverb, scattered into all nations. Matter of fact, to get that, let's go Ezekiel. Let's get that. This is the book of Ezekiel. No, not Ezekiel, it's Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 15. It's either Ezekiel or Jeremiah 15. Let's get it. Yeah. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, through Moses and Samuel, stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. See? So the Lord had had enough of our bullshit, man. The Lord had had enough of us going off. The Lord had had enough of us going, following the customs of the other nations. The Lord had enough with us. So he cast us off, man. Back to Hosea. That's how we end up not being his people. Hosea chapter 1, verse 9. Then said Power, call his name Lo-Ammi, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Told you the scriptures don't line up with these people over here that's professing to be us in the latter days. The scriptures don't line up with that. We will be discontinued from our heritage. We will have people saying that we are not the Lord's people. You send out one tweet about these motherfuckers. You send out one tweet about them, man. And you got people coming out the woodworks on, come on. They not the people. But let's get back to it. Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Yeah. Because they done changed the Most High. The finger of God is a so-called white man. Jesus Christ is a so-called white man. And the people over there in Israel is so-called white people. This is what they did, man. Job 9:24. Let's get that before we gonna go to Ezekiel, the dry bones standing up. We gonna get that one. Ezekiel. Let's get this one first. Yeah, we gonna. I had one in my head before we get Ezekiel. But it'll come back, Lord willing. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. And I will lay sowings upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Say, yeah, because we didn't know who we were. We were discontinued from our heritage. We were a byword and a proverb in the land where the Lords have scattered us. But now, the breath of life, the Lord is breathing the breath of life back into us, man, as a nation, right? So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone, and then I beheld, lo, suins and flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord power, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. See? Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dry, and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O my people, I will open your graves, and cause you to come up out of your graves, and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves. So again, how could them people over there be us, when it's saying that they would in the last days, they would be raised up to understand and realize that they are the Lord's people. They've been over there since the Balfour Declaration in the 68 or Salakia, 1948, saying that they the Lord's people, right? And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. The Lord gonna put us back in our land, man. The Lord gonna return us to our land, not a decree or a declaration that's written up by a Rothschild. Lord Rothschild wrote up the Balfour Declaration and stamped it, and pretty much said that I'm buying this land and proclaiming that they the people of Israel, man. Bullshit. And shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land, Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it, and not a Rothschild. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it, and performed it, saith the Lord. Now, okay, let's get this one. What's that? Exodus? Not Exodus, Proverbs 21:16. Dead bodies, right? Exodus chapter, Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And see, that goes back to, like I was saying, or like we read earlier, that we was discontinued from our heritage. So being discontinued from our heritage, we wandered out of the way of understanding who we was. And so because we wandered out of the way of understanding who we was dead bodies. So now that gets you back to Ezekiel, but now look at this one. Revelation 11:8. And the Lord got us out here fishing, man. He got us out here fishing for the elect, man, the remnant. The 1/3 remnant. Let's get a Revelation 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of that great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. See? Dead bodies. We was spiritually, mentally dead. Yeah, Esau killing us, but still, we was blinded. We was blinded to the fact, or discontinued from our heritage, blinded to the fact of who we are, according to the scriptures, right? And they of the people and kindred and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies. That go back to the other nations hissing at us. And they of a people and kindred and tongue and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, 350 years, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. That'll get you to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, where they took a tumult against us. Matter of fact, let's get that. Psalms chapter 83, verse 2. Psalms 82, 3 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Because we didn't even know who we were, man. We was discontinued from our heritage, and so because we didn't know who we were, they was laughing, hissing, mocking, coming up with different ways to keep us from finding out who we are. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. This is what they wanted, man. This is the agenda of every tribe around the world, man. It's 18 biblical nations. All of the other nations of the Bible was confederate against us to keep us from finding out who we truly was, man. Why would they want to? Because they know in the kingdom they going into captivity, man. They know when we start calling on the true names, our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, when we start calling on the true names, the Lord is going to turn back to us, man. Because he made an oath with our fathers, man, with our forefathers. They have taken crafty counsel against thy hidden ones, against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They are the tabernacles of Edom. and the Ishmaelites, and Ishmael over there, the Arabs and them, Moab, Chinese, Hagarenes, that's the Hamites, Gabal, Ammon, Japanese, Amalek, that's who over there saying that they us now in Jerusalem, the Philistines, and with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also joined with them. They have hoping the children of Lot, Selah. Yeah. They all these different nations have came confederate against us, man. Because we lost our way, and they know this thing. They know these things, man. All these governments, they know these things, man. They know who the true people of the Lord are. And that's why you hardly see them. You won't see CNBC or none of that try to spotlight any teaching or speaking of the apostles or somebody that truly know what's going on in the Bible to explain to the whole world how we are Israelites with the scriptures. But as soon as somebody like Kanye West say a word, then they'll attack him because he not out here speaking the truth, the whole truth of the scriptures. So it's easy to make him look bad. It's easy to make him look like he don't know what he talking about, because he don't. Easy, because he don't know what he talking about. Back to Revelation 11 and 10. Yeah, they probably listen to some lesson. Yeah, they'd say every now and then, I'm not black, I'm a Jew. They'll say some shit like that. Don't call me black no more. Yeah, they'll do some shit like that. But they not going to come out with the truth, the 100% truth of the scriptures. And go on some. You ain't going to see Kanye go on there and come out with scriptures. Come out with scriptures. Break the scriptures down correctly. And tell your people in a clear argument with the scriptures who we are according to the scripture. He's not going to do that. He's not going to do it. Revelation chapter 11 verse 9. And they of people and kindred and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets, southern kingdom, northern kingdom, because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from power entered into them, and they stood upon their feet. A great fear fell upon them which saw them. Yeah. That's why they go after Kanye the way they go after Kanye, man. Because fear is fearing. Because they know their time is up. They know their time is up, man. And the more of us that wake up, the less time they have. Slocky, excuse me. Throat. Nice day out. 78 degrees. Nice little breeze. Maybe I could have wore a long sleeve shirt, but you know, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna keep getting. Let's get Romans. Yeah, because they doing everything possible to have you not thinking that you the people of the scriptures, man. Everything possible they doing to have you not thinking that you the people of the scriptures. Second chapter. Let's see. Let's go to Romans chapter 2 and 20. Romans chapter 2 and 20. An instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, which has the form of knowledge and of truth in the Lord. Thou therefore, which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself? Thou that preachest a man should not steal, dost thou steal? Thou that sayest a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery? Thou that abhorrest idols, dost thou commit sacrilege? Thou that makest thy boast in the Lord, through breaking the law, dishonorest thou power. For the name of power is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written. So you know you had the pastors all these years, man, that was in the scriptures telling our people who they was according to the scriptures. They was doing it all wrong, man. They was everything they was telling you was wrong, man. I'm here to tell you, man, I heard the story. The sister told me the story about, you know, an individual going to a church, and then when they went to the church, the pastor said, was talking to them about their bank accounts, man. And writing checks. You know, writing checks that they ain't got enough money to cover in their bank accounts. So he not accepting checks no more. I remember when I went to Creflo Dollar Church out there in Atlanta, he had ATMs in the back, man. During service, you could get up during service and go to the back to the ATM machine, man, and get money to give to him, man. These guys was not teaching you the truth of the scriptures. They was not helping to put skin back on the dry bones, man. For circumcision, 25, for circumcision verily profiteth, if thou keep the law, but if thou be a breaker of the law, thou circumcision is made uncircumcision. They told you you didn't have to keep the laws. That's what they would tell you. You don't have to keep the laws. Therefore, if the uncircumcision keep the righteousness of the law, shall not his circumcision be counted as circumcision? It's talking about the Israelite foreigners, man. I would be an Israelite foreigner right now. According to the scriptures, I'm not in Jerusalem. I'm in another land. I'm speaking another tongue. I would be an Israelite foreigner. And just a minute ago, I was in a Gentile state of mind. And shall not the uncircumcision which is by nature, if it fulfill the law, judge thee, who by the letter of circumcision doth transgress the law? For he is not a Jew which is one outwardly, neither is that circumcision which is outward in the flesh. Yeah, man. You gotta have inside, man. You can't be all about showing. You can't be all about looking the part, as they say. You can't be about looking the part. You gotta be doing it, man. It gotta be coming from inside, man. You can't put on being a Jew, man. Being an Israelite. You can't put on being an Israelite, man. But he is a Jew which is one inwardly, and circumcision is that of the heart and the spirit, and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men but of power. Yeah. So you gotta rechange. You gotta change, man. You gotta remake. That's what I would rechange. You gotta remake yourself over, man. You gotta put off the old man. So yeah, I started off the lesson, I guess, thinking about how we lost our heritage. You know, being that the Kanye thing is all everybody talking about now, got all kind of people crying. So we lost our heritage. The scriptures say that clear. So now you gotta understand how you gonna get back to your heritage. What the prophets and the men of the past was doing, to go and reach out to the Israelite foreigners, and what you have to do now to come back to what's going on in the scriptures, man. The understanding of what's going on in the scriptures. Acts 21 and 37. Yeah. Because it's nothing new under the sun. The same thing as before is the same thing as now. We going out to the highways trying to bid them to the marriage, man. Let's go. This one, Paul got captured. This is the story of Paul. This is him speaking in the Greek tongue. Let's get it. Let's go 36. Acts 21 and 36. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying away with him. And as Paul, the Roman guards had Paul, and they was taking him into custody, pretty much, right? And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek? And art not thou that Egyptian, which before these days made us an uproar, and led us out into the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murderers? But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. And when he had given him license, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spoke unto them in a Hebrew tongue, saying. So now this is Paul. He, going to speak to the people, but he's speaking in a Greek tongue. Even said that he was a Roman citizen. That was a Hebrew. Just like I said, the same thing would be with me now. I'm an Israelite of the tribe of Gad, but I'm an American. I'm an American citizen. Speaking English, the same thing. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing, man. Philippians. I try to speak, man. I try to keep it as plain and simple as possible when I break down the scriptures, man. I try to make it as plain as possible, man. So you can't, oh man, you was using them big words. You was trying to, nah. Philippians chapter 3, verse 3 and 3. Let's start at 3. For we are the circumcision which worship power in the spirit and rejoice in Yahushua Hamashiach, and have no confidence in the flesh, though I might also have confidence in the flesh. If any other man thinking that he hath whereof he might, trust in the flesh, are more. So this is Paul saying that, yo, you know what I'm saying? If you trying to say that you trusting in your flesh, the law, and not the spirit, you got to have them both. If you trusting in the law, I'm more. Because Paul was a Pharisee. His parents was a Pharisee, which basically mean they knew the law well, back and forth. They knew the laws. Here's the point though. 3 and 5. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law of Pharisees. See? So he's even saying right there, he's a Pharisee, but we read earlier where he was saying that that he's a Roman citizen, but he still knew he was a Hebrew of the tribe of Benjamin. Just keep getting it. Like I said, man, we just trying to make it make sense, man. Romans chapter 1 and 1, 11 and 1. Here go Paul again. Romans 11 and 1. I say then, have power cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Yeah. So this is him going to all of the people, traveling around. The book of Romans was written to the people, the Israelites living in Rome. So he was going around to all of the different areas, just like you have brothers and camps in all of the different cities and states around the USA, trying to bid their people to the marriage. The same thing is what was going on in the Bible, in biblical terms. The same exact thing. Because just like now, is back then, people had lost their way, man. People didn't know they was Israelites. People was going after other customs. People was doing, chasing after other gods, man. Worshiping other gods. This was what's going on, man. Let's get this one. That's why you have scriptures like this where they telling you who they are, man, and what tribe they come from. A people, Israel is a people before it's a Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, man. That's why you got a scripture like this. Hebrews chapter 7 and 12. Let's go 12. For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law, for he of whom these things are spoken pertaineth to another tribe, of which no man gave attendance at the altar, because in the beginning, all the priests was Levites. So this was of another tribe that wasn't of Levi. Hebrews 7 and 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. Yeah. So like I said, because Moses was a Levite. And the reason why they telling you these things is so when you see something in Romans 9 and 1, my kinsmen according to the flesh, matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get it. We don't gotta quote it. We out here, we could take our time. We out here on the highways and byways. We could take our time with it. Romans chapter 9 and 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of power, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh, not I'm a spiritual Israelite, whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever, amen. Yeah. Concerning the flesh, man. And we just read that he sprang out of Judah. So the scriptures make plain sense, man. It make plain sense. We lost our way. We was discontinued from our heritage. We was dry bones here in Babylon, man. That place which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, man. Now, just like of old, you have the spirits and the prophets and the men of the Lord out here on the hedges, the highways and the byways, trying to bid the people to the marriage, man. Trying to tell the people that they are the people according to the scripture. The chosen people the Lord chose, man. Simple thing, man. Simple thing. Let's get James 1:1. Back that up. And James was the actual biological brother of Yahushua. James, a servant of power and of the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. See? To the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, man. Nobody else, man. James chapter 1 verse 1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. See? This who they was going to, man. This is who they was going looking for, man. They was going to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad. That's who we looking for. And now it's only going to be the elect, man, that's going to get this word now. Because remember, we discontinued from our heritage. The elect have obtained it. The rest was blinded, man. So 2/3 not even going to see it now. So you should feel very, very fortunate and blessed, man. If you getting this truth, man, you should feel very, very fortunate. See, now we was talking about Moses and what tribe Moses belonged to, right? Exodus chapter 2 verse 1. And there went a man of the house of Levi and took a wife, a daughter of Levi, and the woman conceived and bare a son. And when she saw him, that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. And when she could not longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and dogs and in slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags of the river's brink. So this is Moses being sent in the river, because Pharaoh wanted to kill all of the children, the male boys, right? And this is why they push abortion here, because they as the least amount of males out here that could possibly end up rising up to be somebody special, the better. This is what they always, when Yahushua came on the scene, King Herod wanted killing all the babies. This is what they did, man. This is their thing, man. But now they found the way to do what? They found the way to trick people into accepting their agenda. Drunken off the philosophies of Babylon, man. It's back to it, right? 5. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Yeah. So they knew that Moses was a Hebrew, man. Pharaoh's daughter took him in. So that all of the people at that time had melanin, man, dark skin, man. They try to say Egypt was in the Middle East. They done reclassified to the Middle East. All of that was over there in the land of Ham, man, which they now call Africa, man. The fertile crescent, all the same thing. See, they broke up things. Like I said, they broke up things to fit their agenda, man. Their science, their pseudoscience, as Elder Malcolm would like to make sure he always point out, their pseudoscience, which is false, based off guessing. Guessing and speculation, which is wrong. They came up with the Caucasoid, Negroid, and Mongoloid. That's not in the scriptures. That's not in the scriptures nowhere. All Esau shit, man. All right, so let's get back to it. Then said his sister, the Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew woman, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and caught the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water. See? This is Moses right here, but we read up that Moses' father was a Levite who took a daughter of the Levite tribe. So the scriptures is only about the 12 tribes of Israel. Then, look how it started, how it began, how it ended, or how it started, how it's going. This the same thing. How it started, how it ends, man. It ends with with 12 sitting on 12 gates for 12 tribes. That's how it's gonna end, man. But only the elect gonna get it now, man. Only the elect gonna get it. I see a lot of dudes that call themselves Israelites, and knowing the truth, they out there going crazy over Kanye. Like, I seen the Elder Manata Zagbar talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, he right, man. A lot of you heads, man. One of these celebrities that done signed the deal with Esau, he done even said before he sacrificed his mama for his fame. He done said that many a time. He done sacrificed his mama. He done signed the contract to be rich. You know you had to give up something. He's not righteous. Kanye's not righteous. But you niggas out here going goo-goo gaga over him because he said, oh, the real Jews is black. You heads is amazing to me, man. Amazing. Amazing. Straight amazing. And again, like you said, yeah, he said some right stuff, but still, he gonna be destroyed too, right here with Esau. He gonna be destroyed right here with Esau. Let's get back to it. Psalm 78 and 5. Let's get that. All about the Israelites, man. Then and now, man. The men of the scriptures, the Bible, Yahushua, all of the men of the scriptures, they was looking for Israelites in other lands. That's what we doing now. We in another land looking for Israelites. People that's willing to listen, do some work, pray, fast, repent, and hopefully be delivered. That's what we looking for, man. Psalms chapter 78 and let's start at 1. Psalms chapter 78 verse 1. Give an ear, O my people, to my law. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord, and his strength, and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established the testimony in Jacob, and who? The whole world. For he established the testimony in Jacob, and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. See? The Israelites, man, in the land, we read that in Baruch. Matter of fact, let's go back to Baruch and get it again. Let's go back in Baruch and get it again. Baruch 2:30. Let's start at 28. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations. We're going to be scattered among all the nations, right? Of my word in the proverb, where I will scatter them, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And it says captivities, plural. In the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves, and shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And we was reading that go back to Psalm 78 chapter. We standing up, we going out, and we proclaiming this to our people. Some going to hear, some not going to hear. Whether they hear or forbid. We get that one next. And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the name of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, back to Psalm 78, which sin before the Lord. So you got to understand why we in the position that we are, the curses of Deuteronomy, because our fathers went off, man. Even at Yahweh's crucifixion, let his blood be on our head and our children's head. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with the oath unto their fathers. Remember I was talking about the promise, right? And I will bring them again unto the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Not Moab, not Ishmael, not Ammon, not nobody else. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Yeah. And I will make an everlasting covenant, everlasting, man. Christianity tell us that the covenant, the deal is over with. I can't. Let me check this camera. It just looked low. Salakia, y'all. That's all right. I thought it was low. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. Yeah. That's another way you know that them people over there not us. Because if the Lord really had brought them back and put them there, they shouldn't need all these weapons of war, because the Lord said He's not going to drive His people out of Israel no more. When we get back in Israel, we going to be good. Like home base when you used to play freeze tag. A Coco Livio growing up. I'm on base. When we get back to Israel, we going to be at home base. Let's get Ezekiel now. Because some not going to turn. Some not going to turn. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. Ezekiel 3 and 1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. See, that goes back to what I was telling you, man. We out here speaking the words, we speaking them to the house of Israel. Yeah, we could tell the other nations what their future judgment is going to be. We could go into captivity. We could go into destruction of Babylon and all of that. But we out here to preach the word to our people. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely, had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. That's why we don't care when y'all talk shit, man. You had a sister ask a question. The sister asked a question. I gave her a scripture explaining the question she asked the brother, and she told me suck a dick. She told me to suck a dick. My peoples, man. Look, man, and you gotta understand. It's more, you need to understand this simple, plain, simple concept. It's more women than men now, right? It's more women than men now, right? So when 2/3 of the nation of Israel die, it's gonna be a lot of women that die. Y'all need to understand that. Y'all need to understand that. It's gonna be more women that die than men. Y'all need to understand that. Genesis 35 and 10. Y'all need to understand that. It's going to be a lot of women that die, man. It's not like the Lord going to come back and he going to be, I'm not going to kill no women. I'm just going to kill men. That's not what the scriptures say, man. Matter of fact, let's get one to back it up. Let's get one to back it up. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Ezekiel 9 and 4. And the Lord said, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utter old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. See? The Lord not gonna have no pity on nobody, man. Once the law open up a can of whoop ass here in America, it's going down, man. Let's get another one to back that up. Let's go Micah 7. Y'all think it's a game out here. Y'all think it's a game and y'all think the Lord gonna give you a pass. You're not gonna get a pass, man. Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? That's what this bitch was saying yesterday. Your sky daddy, and I don't give a F, and I'm going, my time come, it's gonna come, and I hope I don't see you in it. She was talking cash shit. A fucking demon. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. See? Women gonna get trodden down out the small fucker, man. So I'm here to tell you, man, you out here, we all we doing is trying to tell you what's going on in the scriptures, man. Are we gonna talk nice to you niggas all the time? No, we not. Cause y'all don't talk nice to us. Niggas will curse you out and then want you to tell them nicely what's going on in the scriptures. No, I'm not gonna do that. If you don't want to hear, listen to me, and you telling me, fuck you too. Get back to it. Let's go Genesis 35 and 10. Let's get back to it. Yeah, the Lord not gonna have no pity. Women gonna die too. For the record. Genesis 35 and 9. And power appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padanaram, and blessed him. And power said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called no any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel. See? And power said unto him, I am power almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loin. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee I will give it, and to thy seed, not to anybody that believe, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And we just read that Moses was a Levite, that Paul was of the tribe of Benjamin, that Yahushua sprang out of Judah. We said we pointing these things out, man. The Lord's people is the 12 tribes of Israel, period, man. Nobody else in there, man. Deuteronomy 4 and I think 3. Let's see. Let's start at 1. So we done read now that the Lord came to Jacob and said, your name is no longer anymore Jacob. Your name is Israel. And I will give you the land that I promised to Abraham and Isaac. So now we done seen that it went from Abraham, Isaac, and now the land is inherited to Jacob and his seed, right? Okay, let's get it. Deuteronomy 4 and 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord power of your fathers giving you. We just read that, right? In Genesis 36 chapter, right? Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, So now that cuts out the Christian pastors, because they all told you what? The law was done away with. They changed the Bible up. They gave you supersession. They running with the doctrine of supersessionism, replacement theology, that say it's not according to the seed which the Lord spake to Jacob and told him, I'm going to give it to your seed. They saying it's no longer to the seed. It's to the body of believers. Anybody that want to believe. I'm telling you, man, the scriptures is simple, man. The scriptures is simple, man. It's not no hard thing, man. It's not no hard thing. But you gotta be humble enough to let go of the things you think you know about the Bible. You gotta be able to let go of Christianity, man. Christianity got a chokehold on the minds of people as far as what's going on in the scriptures, man. They think Bible, first thing in their head, Christianity. White boy Jesus. And you're a liar if you say no. If you don't have the truth, you still in the world, you still trying to figure out your way and find out what's going on in the world. If somebody say Bible to you, you gonna think Christianity. You gonna think a pastor in a church somewhere that you went one time, or James Brown, or some shit on TV dancing across the stage singing, a choir, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar. That's what you gonna think. Deuteronomy 4:2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you. See, like I said, we out here trying to explain to you how to get back to finding out who you are. Trying to come out the grave, them dry bones. Trying to put some meat back on them bones, man. Like Ezekiel, it said, eat this roll. This roll gonna put life in you. This knowledge gonna put life in you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your power, which I command you. And Deuteronomy is second book of the law. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Beelfor. For all the men that follow Beelfor, the Lord thy power hath destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your power are alive, every one of you, this day. So they say that all of Israel went off. Not true. All of Israel didn't go off. You know what I'm saying? All of Israel didn't turn their back on the Lord's statutes and commandments, man. Some was put to death. Some was put to death rather than eat pork. Some still circumcised their children. Women circumcised their children. And the kids and them got killed. So everybody didn't turn their back away from the Lord's statutes, commandments, man. Everybody didn't, man. Behold, this is the point though. Deuteronomy 4:5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. Not to follow after the laws and the customs of the other nations. Not to come here to America and pick up white boy Jesus. And now y'all better at preaching white boy Jesus and the Christian doctrine than they are. You'll be like this. You'll be like this. I want to go to a black church. I want to go to a black church. A black church, a black preacher, a black reverend is going to be better than a white reverend. You better at Christianity and faking the funk than they is. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess them. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. You see how this fucking place is? You see how this place is? So if we were standing up and living according to the scriptures, we would definitely be standing out as a people. As we should be standing out as a people. Because the Lord chose us as a people over everybody else. Amos 3:1. For what nation is there so great who have power so nigh unto them as the Lord our power is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? So that go back to us falling away, losing our heritage. Jeremiah 17:4. Discontinue from our heritage, Salaki. And our heritage is the law, statutes, and commandments, the ways of the scriptures, man. And we're not following them. And you can't even say that the is 613 commandments. Or even them, the pastor tell you that the laws is done away with. Just saying, man. We just pointing these things out, man. We pointing these things out, man. Isaiah 2:1. Yeah, so the other nation's supposed to be able to look at us and be like, wow, that's the Lord's. We understand why the Lord chose these people, man. Not looking at us hissing, oh, they a byword and a proverb, laughing at us. Our women out here twerking on caskets, on cars, riding down the highway. They so wicked here, they done made wickedness so popular here in America. They got chicks over there in Muslim countries throwing off they hijab. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. The hijab, the head covering, they throwing that up off now because they want to be like American women. They want to do like American women. They want to be like the women over here, out of fucking control. Talking about throat God and shit like that now. Fucking demons, man. And then meanwhile, you got I seen a tweet the transgender said, I can't wait till they get the synthetic wombs so we could really get rid of the they call them cis. We cis males or cis women. That's straight. That's what they call a straight or heterosexual man and woman. They call us cis. They said they can't wait for the artificial wombs so they could get rid of cis women. It's fucking madness, man. Isaiah chapter 2 verse 1. The word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days, we are in the last days, that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established on a mountain, the top of mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. Yeah. We in the kingdom, all nations gonna flow unto us, man. And many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word and the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. So let's go back. We in the kingdom, but just like now, we supposed to be set apart from everybody, man. Because we got the law, statutes, and commandments, man. The other nations didn't, man. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. See again, so if 2/3 of Israel going to die on this side, do it make sense that we would be trying to teach the other nations now? Because they not going to get it. 2/3 of our people not going on this side. In the kingdom, all Israel going to be perfect. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's get Exodus 19 and 5. Let's get it. Exodus chapter 19, verse, let's go 3 and then jump down. And Moses went up unto power, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, and Moses went unto power, and the Lord called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel. 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel. See? So now when you go back to Isaiah chapter 2, and it's talking like that, it's because in the kingdom, we're going to be a nation of priests. Kings and priests. So we're not going to be able to go off, because the law is going to be written in our hearts and minds, man. We're not going to be able to go off. The other nations are going to be able to go off and going to get judged when they do go off. They're going to get punished. But again, that goes back to, that's what we should be, rehearse the righteous acts. We rehearsing the righteous acts here, so we supposed to be rehearsing standing apart from all the other nations, following the law, statutes, commandments as close as we can, man. As best as we can. Then you had the camp from WFI, the guy comes up and asks him a simple question. Are you not sinning? Are you not sinning? Willfully, no. But am I keeping all the law, statutes, and commandments? No, not perfect. Am I under grace? Yes, I'm under grace. That's why we need mercy. To go up there and try to act and try to dodge the question, or are you keeping all of the laws? you setting yourself up for failure. A simple thing. You rehearsing the righteous acts, man. Let's get back to it. Isaiah 2 and let's go 3 again. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Ain't no word, ain't no laws going forth from over there now. They got the biggest alphabet soup parade every year. They have it over there, bombing all kind of people. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords in the plowshares, because it ain't gonna be no need for no more war, because the world gonna be running righteousness. And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against a nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. O house of Jacob, come ye and let us walk in the night of the Lord. So again, we know that them people over there got nukes. Them people over there in Jerusalem now got nukes, man. So you know they not the Lord's people, man. They got nukes, man. I can see you got some weapons for defense and all that. You got weapons to destroy countries, man. Let's get another one on that. Zechariah 14. I think 10. Zechariah 14 and 9. And the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day shall there be one Lord, and his name one. So it's not no many names and blah, 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 blah. It's no many names, man. The name is important, man. Zechariah 13 and 8. The Lord, it says, and they will call upon my name, and I shall hear them. How can you do that if you don't have the name? Now watch who y'all listening to in these days, man. Gotta watch who you listening to, man. People out here just winging it with the scriptures. Let's go 11. And men shall dwell in it, and there shall be no more utter destruction, but Jerusalem shall be safely inhabited. See? They don't fit the prophecies of the scriptures, man. They got an iron dome over them. They ain't got no trust in the Lord. Because they know they not the Lord's people. 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Going back to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, right? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Thank you, brother. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that the great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against hand of his neighbor. Where is it at? Oh, here it goes. As we keep reading, read on down. I see my point right here. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. They gonna give back everything they took, man. That's Sirach chapter. Matter of fact, let's get that one. Let's get that one. Let's precept that one real quick. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is the earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul for sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Yeah, these has done swallowed up everybody's riches, man. They done swallowed up everybody's riches, man. Everybody's riches. Back to it. Zechariah 14 and 12. No, we was further down. Yeah, 14. And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents, as this plague. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and keep the Feast of the Tabernacles. That go back with Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, right?